Hey everybody, welcome to Backroads Metal Detecting. My name is Jim Perry. So I am on a very unique permission this morning. It's Friday and I took a personal day from school on the invite of Twin Diggers, Minnesota. Pat and Pam run a great YouTube channel and they invited me to this permission to not only do some metal detecting with them, but some antique hunting through these buildings and some bottle digging. I have some whole bunch of bottles that they sent me last fall from businesses and communities in my neck of the woods in southeast Minnesota. And they very graciously offered to let me tag along today to learn a little bit more about bottle digging and so we can do some metal detecting here. This is an absolutely gorgeous property. So they are already inside a couple of these buildings digging around, finding some treasures. I'm going to grab my metal detector. The sun is starting to come out. See what we might be able to find.
That's really cool. Hey, Jim. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
So this is Pat and Pam. Introduce yourselves quick.
Twin Diggers, Minnesota. Yeah!
So Pat and Pam have Twin Diggers, Minnesota, the YouTube page that I have followed for some time. They also follow Backroads Metal Detecting, and these are the two that invited me here to this permission. So how old was the property again?
The property's from 1870, original family. It's 11-room farm home.
Okay.
Wow. And they had crops. There were no dairy or horses or things
Well,
like that.
they would have
that
had
were-
horses though for the crops.
Well, way back when,
Yeah.
but I mean more recently.
Yeah.
The building structures are amazing. As you can
Yes.
tell just by this one, and that one's all made out of stone brick. And we are so appreciative to get this permission to be here.
Very, very
This is
cool.
our actual first farm without buildings standing in a original farm home.
Very nice. It's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful location here. So
It is.
we'll take the day, see what we might be able to find. There probably is going to be a lot of trash, but we might find a few treasures and maybe a couple of bottles along the way.
Sounds good.
So Pat and Pam are going to be here all weekend. I have a chance possibly of coming back tomorrow. We'll have to see what I've got going on for the weekend. So kind of a rainy day tomorrow. It sounds like tomorrow might be sunnier and a whole lot more warm.
I
So
heard 74.
Yeah,
I know.
that would be nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We
Very good.
are so grateful, Jim, to have you join us.
Yes.
thank you.
You know, when you talk about networking and working together, there aren't very many detectorists in the state of Minnesota, and we're about an hour apart from one another. And to be able to connect like this after watching us and meeting us in person, it's been a phenomenal gathering. We've learned so much from you today, and we're
Very
going to
cool.
take that with us in the future.
Very
You
cool.
bet.
So this is the drive or maybe even road that ran through the property at one time. Home far end there, and then there are several larger buildings. The one here, Pat and Pam are going through that one right now. This building and another one that is completely collapsed beyond it, along with the silo. So just ahead of me, the lane turns and goes uphill and winds back and forth up to the top of this hill with another exit out of here. So there is stuff everywhere. Nice little bottle. I'll take this home with me. Federal law prohibits sale or reuse of this bottle. 1 pint. Beautiful little bottle. Not sure if you can see it from the video here, but Pat and Pam are telling me that I should be able to get the manufacturer of this bottle from the symbol in the upper right hand corner, the maker's mark there, and then the bottom right hand corner would indicate the date. So this bottle would be from 1952. So I'm running the Nocta Macro Simplex with the stock coil right now on Park 1, just making my way around behind the home and underneath the clothesline. Pretty quiet, a little bit of trash here. And my first target that I can identify for sure what it is, I believe this would be the handle to an old pocket knife, possibly a larger one. So, nothing extremely special, but obviously was dropped here long ago. So there's the home up on the hill, slowly making my way down toward the creek just below it. At some point, this whole spot here must have been a garden where flowers would have been planted as well. Recognize this right away. I've found a few of these over the last couple of years as a rose tag. This would be Prima Donna. So there is so much property here to cover that I am getting anxious about it. I went around the home, making my way up this drive here, and quite a bit of trash. And my first couple of targets over in this area are both buckles. This would be right in front of this old barn that has collapsed. Dug this, put it in my bag, rechecked the hole, and then found another one with it. A couple of old iron buckles. So I finally did stop sprinkling, and because of that, I am running the XP ORX. It is not waterproof, so I was running the Simplex until it stopped raining. Back and forth between a few different settings on that. I've been back and forth on this property multiple times. Extremely quiet last couple of hours except for lots of trash, and finally have a coin. I have some other clad, but nothing very old. Finally found something that I can talk about here. 1958D. Nice little wheat cent. Finally a coin to take home here. Well, let's hope that some setting changes have turned things around. No more than 10 seconds later, and about 4 feet from that wheat cent, just pulled this. I was told that there were grandkids that came to visit here fairly often. It's been a while since I have found a toy. Nice little plane. Let me brush this off and we'll take a look at it together. There we go, all cleaned up. Military plane. It's been a while since I have found a toy, so glad to take that with me today. All in one piece too, which is even better. So while I was what seems like wasting my time digging ammunition down near the home, Pat and Pam did a little exploring in the hill just above this property. So the home and these barns would have run along. Again, I really think this was a road that came through here. It came around the corner here and turned up into the hill. There are remnants of what likely was either a separate property on the other side of this road, or maybe another building up here. So, not sure if you could see, I believe this was the road as it headed uphill through here, and then maybe again over in this direction. I think it may have headed and wound back up there. But there was a structure here, lots of stone, and up above it is what appears to be some kind of a cellar hole. So I turned the detector on. They led me up here, found this piece, very large piece of iron. Not sure if I'm going to be able to carry this out or not. I do not know for sure what this is. It is broken though. Appears to be more underneath here, so I'm going to run my detector back and forth through this area, through the cellar hole here, and then around, maybe even up and down the road here, to do a little more exploring and see what might turn up. And with that, I'm going to call it a day. I've got quite a drive home and I'm pretty tired. So are Pat and Pam. Many thanks to them for today. I am very grateful for the invite to come here. We'll have to see if I might be able to make it back tomorrow. Either way, it was a productive, although not a whole lot of finds, but a lot of time exploring this absolutely beautiful piece of property and the buildings on it. As always, thanks for joining me again today. Hope to see you again soon.